You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's Chamber Chat, courtesy of the Conroe, Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. That's Ashley McHenry, the interim director of marketing for the Conroe, Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. We're so excited that you have joined us today. We are a 501c6 organization that always encourages, fosters, and provides resources and access to all the local businesses here in Montgomery County, not just Conroe and Lake Conroe area, but all the way down to the Woodlands, all the way out to you name it. We'll do it. Splendora. If you need some little help out there, we'll do what we can. We're doing everything we can for the local businesses and nonprofits here in our local area. If you'd like to join us, we have a lot of different events coming up right now. We have, of course, our morning mingle on October 14th. Just $20 to come if you are not yet a member. But you can come. It's going to be at Conroe's Incredible Pizza Company. You can come and meet your neighbors in business and have a wonderful time with us having delicious breakfast. Their bacon is out of this world, just so you know that. And of course, gosh, in 2 days we have Lobsterfest. I can't believe it. That's going to be out of this world too. But in a whole other way, it's going to be exhausting too. But so if you want to join us, if you want to see what we're up to and the kind of resources that we provide different local businesses, you're more than welcome to join us online at conroe.org or anywhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube. We are all over the place. So thank you, Dick, for producing today on Lone Star Community Radio. We have our first guest already, showed up a little early, so we're very excited to have her. It's Marilyn Kazmierski from Family Promise of Montgomery County. How are you doing?
I am great and so excited to be here this morning with everybody and with you, Ashley. So thank you so much for having me. We have some great, exciting things happening at Family Promise as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if people are listening and they haven't heard of Family Promise of Montgomery County, can you go into a little bit about what you are, what you do, and how you impact the community?
Absolutely. Family Promise has been here 20 years. Can you believe that?
20 years.
We are celebrating 20 years of serving Montgomery County, and we are unique in the fact that we shelter unsheltered families with children under the age of 18. So we keep families together and we work with families as a family unit with workforce development, with life skills, and try to do whatever we need in a holistic way so families are stable long term. So that way we have generational change and they don't come back. They are great. I think healthy families equal a healthy community. Mm-hmm. So once they go through our program, they're stabilized. They're able to support themselves with shelter and a job that will sustain their family. Their kids are in school, and they move forward in a positive way. Did you know there's 800 unsheltered children in Montgomery County that are school age?
Wow.
So we're doing our part in changing that number because when children have to go to school after they don't know where they've slept that night, they're not doing as well. So it's really important. It's a very important mission, and we're excited to be a part of that.
Right. I mean, we were talking about how we were tired because it's gloomy and that type of stuff, like so much rain, et cetera, over the last week or two. And I had a nice, comfortable bed that I can be in and afford, and I go to the same place every day. And I couldn't imagine, growing up in a situation where then I had to go to school and study and take a test and take like an algebra test the next day. I couldn't imagine. Where do you house these families?
Well, currently we're sheltering with our faith communities. A lot of the faith communities still haven't opened back up after COVID, and so then we shelter in a hotel. But we have great news. We are renovating a building with a county grant, and we will be sheltering in place in a static site guest center, and hopefully we'll open the end of this year.
Awesome.
So families can stay, and they'll have that whole 90 days of stabilization without going from week to week to a different place.
Right. So you mentioned like the 90-day stabilization period. Can you give me kind of an idea of a timeline of how a family would come through the family promise process?
Well, we do an intake because not everybody's a good fit. Not everybody wants to do the work.
Right.
You have to find a job, be able to work, or help them find a job that they can do with whatever, if they have a disability. And also, we help them while they're with us. We provide their needs, not their wants. So we provide child care if they need gas to go for their car to get to and from work, if they need the vehicle repaired. We just put all those things together and then work on a holistic plan individualized for that family. So they come in and we just start a program. We're partners. We link arms with them and we work side by side with them and empower them for long-term success. They get weary. They come in from trauma, but we get to see that glory of them leaving from trauma to triumph and independence. And then we have about 1 year of graduate aftercare.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Speaking of this kind of whole program and being able to finance all, if it's a car thing, if it's some, workforce development, if it's getting their resume right, all that type of stuff, money has to be provided in some sort of way to be able to get those things done. You guys have your 20th anniversary gala coming up very soon, and that I'm sure is a huge fundraiser for all of these efforts.
This is the first time we've ever had a gala, and the board really wanted to do a gala because it's a big celebration for 20 years. Fundraising is always an issue, and with COVID, it really kind of hurt a lot of people.
Right.
We depend on grants. We depend on individuals, corporations, and our faith community to support us, and it depends, it's kind of ebb and flow. So, but we are determined, and we know that we have a good program. Our 20th anniversary gala is huge. Our premier sponsor this year is Wiesner, so we're really excited to have Wiesner Auto Group join us, and Tenaris is going to join us also as a signature sponsor, as a gold sponsor. We have a few sponsorships left. We have a few tables left that are for sale, and then individual tickets are only $150. It's going to be a night of entertainment, auctions, a nice dinner at Glade Cultural Arts Center, so it's kind of fancy.
Excellent. When is it?
It's October 23rd.
All right.
And it's going to start at 6 p.m.
Lovely.
And so we're just looking for a really great night of celebrations. And we're even having a family there sharing their story.
Awesome. So get fancy. Get your tickets. Get your sponsorships. Do what you got to do to support this incredibly important cause. I mean, like you mentioned, through COVID, through the pandemic, through all of these different things that have been happening over the last year and a half, 2 years, a lot of people have seen like unprecedented change and upheaval and stuff in their lives. And to know that there's an organization like Family Promise in Montgomery County that's doing such great work in order to get these people kind of back on their feet, a hand up, not a hand out, get them working in the right direction and get them confident to move forward is really awesome. Every single time I do this show, and I say it every time, I'm always glad to talk to people in the community that are doing such great stuff and promoting and fostering just, like I said, like confidence to move on and move up and be a stable, important, contributing member of Montgomery County. It's really great. It's really great. So if somebody wants to get tickets, if somebody wants to donate to Family Promise, if somebody just wants more information about how to volunteer, to contribute any way, how would they get a hold of you guys?
Well, they can go to our website, which is familypromiseofmc.org. And it will take you, the spin will come out and show the invitation, or they can contact me directly. The guest center is 936-441-8778, or Marilyn at familypromise.org. We are reinvesting in our community for the common good, and we are just feel like we are so blessed to have. We're a small group, but we're mighty, and we're making big change.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Marilyn. I really do appreciate it. Family Promise of Montgomery County, they are having their 20th anniversary gala on October 23rd at the Glade Cultural Center, and they would love for you to buy some tickets and support a really great cause. Thanks again so much for coming in. I really do appreciate it.
And thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate being here.
Absolutely. You're listening to Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio, and we will be right back after we pay these bills.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Hey there, this is Kathy Sanders reminding you about a local treasure, the new Danville store located next to the Hyatt Hotel in Market Street, The Woodlands. Shopping at the new Danville store You will find quality, locally produced items for those hard to buy for friends, co-workers, and family members while supporting a great cause. Shop local, shop for a cause, shop the new Danville store at Market Street or online.
Welcome back to Chamber Chat. It's Ashley McHenry, Interim Marketing Director of the Conroe, Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. We're so glad that you're listening today. We really do appreciate it. If you want to be a member of our incredible chamber and be a part of one of our member events, you want to get involved in the community, it's really simple. Just head over to conroe.org or follow us on any of our multiple social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube. We're all over the place. It's very difficult to be on the internet and not be able to find us. Or for us to find you. So, thank you guys so much for listening. We had a great first segment with Marilyn from Family Promise. They have their gala coming up very soon, on the 23rd of October. So make sure that if you want to be a sponsor for that, if you want tickets to help them celebrate their 20th anniversary, they would really appreciate it. So go to their website. It's familypromiseofmc.org and check them out, of course. And now we have new, awesome, and very cool guests in the studio. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, it's Kristen Miller. I'm the membership director at April Sound Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Carla Fay. I'm the private events manager at April Sound Country Club.
Lovely. Thank you guys for coming out. I actually drove from exactly there today because that's where I live, and it's a beautiful place. Tell me what you guys are doing out at April Sound right now. I know that you guys have an event coming up, but you guys have other things coming up as well, I suppose.
Yes, so we're having an open house on October 10th. It's a Sunday from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. And we're just kind of showcasing everything we have to offer. You know, we have 27 holes of golf. We have 12 tennis courts, 8 pickleball courts, an active social scene with our 2 restaurants. We host monthly events like trivia, karaoke, wine society. We have a men's and ladies group, so we try to keep everybody active. So we're really hoping to share all we have to offer for those looking for a little spice in their social life.
Right. So October 10th, what time does it start? What time does it end?
Starts at 1 o'clock and ends at 3 o'clock.
Oh, excuse me. Dang.
Bless you.
Sniffly. Very cool. So what all is going to be at this open house? So you can talk to people like you guys as far as getting into the details of exactly what a membership would all entail. What else? What else is going to be at the event?
So we're going to be on the golf range. Our golf staff is going to be doing swing evaluations, as well as a putting contest. And then our newest director of player development will be hosting some events for the kids, because we just relaunched our Crush It Junior Golf program over at the tennis center. They're going to be having a contest as well, featuring how-to on pickleball and how to get involved with tennis as well. On the patio, we're going to have a live band, a bounce house for the kids, as well as a kids activity. And then, of course, we'll be featuring some of our good food and cocktails for everybody to try it out. And, of course, Carla here will have her private event stations set up.
Very cool. Very cool. I love the food at April Sound. I'll say that. You guys have always been a part of Taste Fest and have won the appetizer tasty award a couple times.
We're ready for our comeback this year too.
Yeah, bring it, baby. Bring it. It's going to be in the spring, so bring it. Yeah. I remember last year it was a jalapeno popper with pulled pork and stuff, and oh my gosh,
Yes.
It was just so good. But the food is awesome at April Sound. It's always, several pools, all like you said, the 27 holes of golf. It's a great place to live. It's quiet. It's fun. I really enjoy living there. I was talking with you guys beforehand. My family had owned property in there since '98, and I've been a part of kind of the April Sound love and community for so long. So it's really been great over the last 20-something years now. But I didn't realize how much really was going on as far as the 2 restaurants, and I didn't realize there were 27 holes of golf. I didn't realize, until I kind of got older, and that type of stuff. But yeah, so about the private events and whatnot, Carla, can you kind of give us an idea of what April Sound can offer as far as private events are concerned?
Yes, of course. So we have 3 private event rooms. We have our boardroom, which we use for all-day meetings, wine dinners, chef's dinners, just intimate gatherings. It seats up to 20 guests. Then we have our waterside room that overlooks the lake and overlooks the golf course, and it seats 70 guests comfortably. So we do a lot of baby showers, bridal showers.
I had my baby shower there.
Did you?
So, yeah.
Nice.
5 years ago now, but yeah.
And then we have our large ballroom, the lakeside room, and a gazebo. So we do a lot of weddings, and a lot of fundraiser dinners and big events there. So at the open house, we're going to showcase those rooms, and we're going to have some vendors coming in. We'll have a wine rep coming in doing some wine tastings. We'll have a Bellini bar set up. We're going to do some fun Tito's cocktails throughout the facility and just showcase our private events. A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to be a member to have a private event at April Sound.
Right. And that's a nice thing. You don't have to kind of, give away the farm just to have like a really special and fancy and classy event somewhere that's, right on the lake. You can overlook the water. It's really nice to know that that's kind of an option for people, for sure. What else what other events and stuff that you guys have coming up soon? I know that there's generally like a Halloween thing and all sorts of different stuff. So
Yes,
what else is coming up?
Even though we're not associated with the neighborhood, of course we're in the neighborhood, but we would like to work together to put a lot of annual events on. So yes, the Halloween Carnival is coming up. It's held at our tennis facility. We work with the Civic Association. And it's really great because it always seems to rain on Halloween, so it's good that it's covered.
Right.
And then we have 2 whole courts filled with games and prizes. We're there selling food and drinks. We do a big Easter egg hunt on the hill there, cookies with Santa out there, and then, of course, the club itself will host holiday brunches as well as brunch with Santa.
I always love the 4th of July golf cart parade as well. It's always fun. Me and my daughter always go out there and yell and holler, and everyone's throwing, beads and candy and stuff like that. And it's just, it's such a great community.
Yeah, it's great to see everybody involved in that. And, of course, starting it off with breakfast tacos and mimosas at the club.
That's not bad. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal. Do you have any, as far as any live music and stuff coming up, is there more live music coming to the pool and all that stuff soon?
We'll host pool parties throughout the summer for the major holidays. And then just weekly, we have live music every Friday. Of course, the weather's been great, so we've been doing it every Friday outside with some kind of food special. We open up the bar, and usually the last Friday of the month, we'll have a bounce house for the kiddos, keep them occupied while you're enjoying the music.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got to have a little distraction for the kids, for sure.
Busy.
Absolutely. I was going to say, I had something else. So we've been talking about kind of a lot of outdoor events because like through COVID and stuff like that, through the pandemic, it's been really kind of difficult for a lot of people to kind of put on their fundraiser or have an event where they can really have a lot of people and kind of feel safe about it and stuff. Have you guys seen an influx of, if it's golf tournaments, if it's different events that are held outside, that type of stuff? Have you seen an influx of that stuff?
We have. We actually had a golf tournament at the end of August, and we have 3 coming up in October. So people feel safe golfing. It's outside.
Right.
It's
exactly. I was thinking because there's so many restaurants and so many like caterers and stuff that are kind of feeling the crunch through this whole period and everything like that. But to have a facility, to have a neighborhood, to have all of these kind of options and amenities that are outside, it would be. I could imagine you could probably see like an uptick of. Right. More stuff coming y'all's way. So that's very cool.
And we're lucky because our largest ballroom seats 250 comfortably. So during this time, we're able to really socially distance. So if you have a group of 100, 150, we can really spread out and socially distance and follow that protocol.
Right.
And even with the patio we have on the lake, if people feel more comfortable being outside the whole time, we do have that available.
Right.
And it's amazing to see what has come out of this, some of the good with, virtual golf tournaments. To where not everybody wants to meet on one day all together.
Right.
You set up tee times. You have about a month to go play
to
your
complete
round.
your 18. Yeah.
And then you just turn in your
How
scores.
interesting.
So, we do that as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like I didn't realize that would be kind of, an option. Like you always hear about that with like 5Ks and stuff like that. Like, oh, you do your virtual 5K and just let us know when it's done and you get your T-shirt and your medal and stuff like that. But that's really cool. Who knew that was an option? That's very cool. As far as joining, I mean, the objective of this open house and everything would be, have more people join the club. What kind of amenities can people expect, and like what do they get? What bang for the buck do they get?
Absolutely. So we offer 4 different levels of membership. So we have the social membership, which will give you access to our pools. We have the Cabana Bar that was built in 2019. We have our newly renovated fitness center, fitness classes, which are included in the membership at no extra charge, the 2 dining facilities, and of course clubhouse events that we host monthly. And then we have the lifestyle membership, which has all the social amenities, but you also get access to tennis and pickleball, which is, the fastest growing sports.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. My grandmother used to play it like a million years ago, and now it's
Really?
like everybody, it's like the hottest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but continue.
No, you're good. And then we have 2 golf options. So we have an after 1 o'clock golf membership and then a full golf membership. And these memberships can range anywhere from $95 to $400 a month. Each membership covers, the primary member, your spouse or significant other, and any dependents under the age of 23. So for a whole family, it's really affordable.
Absolutely. You could do it for under $100 and be able to go to, a handful of pools and grab something to eat, enjoy the Cabana Bar, that type of stuff, and then be able to kind of get in there for some of the more special things that are happening during the month, as far as, the kids' bounce houses and all that type of stuff. Like, that's
and,
really cool.
we do like to mention that you do not have to live in the neighborhood to be a member. We do accept members outside the gates. So we hope people outside come see us just as much as the people inside.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's something like 1,800 single family units or something within April Sound. But it's always kind of cool to, like, whenever I am down at the pool or, eating or anything like that, there's always somebody there. It's like, oh no, we just come here in the summer. Like my parents live here or whatever. And it's always just interesting that like everyone wants to come to April Sound. It's such, and there's been so many improvements, like you were talking about the Cabana Bar that's been built and all this type of stuff that's been done over the last couple of years. That's been really special and really made it. I mean, I've been in there for 20 something years now in one way or another, at least a couple times a year. And there's always improvement being made. There's always something new being built. There's, something new and cool going on. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great, all the amenities in there are great. Whatever level that you get in at, if it's just, you're going to come and swim or whatever, or you really have, are a golf fanatic, that type of stuff, and you want a really well manicured, like nice, course to be able to come and play at. But you guys, I say we because I live there, but the 27 holes, I mean, that's kind of a nice thing too. You can really mix it up and be able to just not be stuck to the same 18 all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Because 2 of those 9s are championship style. The third 9 is our red course. We call it our family course. No par 5, so it's really good for beginners, kids. We work a lot with the Southern Texas PGA. So just grooming those our future golfers.
Absolutely. So you did mention before that you guys were getting back into like a younger golf group and stuff like that. Do you have older golf? Like what type of groups do you have already that are in place?
Well, just with what we have, the neighborhood itself is over 55 because, of course, when the neighborhood was originally built back in the 70s, it was designed as a lake weekend getaway home, or for retired. But since the school systems have gotten so good, we started getting a lot of young families. So we really try and host at least 2 kid events a month just to kind of include everybody in the neighborhood.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Let's see, what else? I'm like, I've lived there for so long. I'm like, I feel like I know everything about it, but like then people that are listening may not. But all right, so October 10th at 1 o'clock, there's going to be all sorts of good information for people that either live in there or don't. They can all come in and just learn more about April Sound and all of its amenities. One of my favorite things about living in there is having the 24/7 manned gate at the front. Like even if you don't live there, it's still like you feel good about if you're say you live elsewhere, but you want to be a member and you want to golf and you want to swim and all that type of stuff. Like you can come in and feel safe and know that there's like some sort of level of security and whatnot of living in there. Exclusivity, right? Yeah, it's kind of feel like you're part of a special club, whether or not you're joined or not. But yeah, it's I've always enjoyed living there. I've always enjoyed meeting the people that have come through as far as different management and stuff like that have just, they keep bringing another like awesome level to what is provided there. So yeah, very nice.
And we just ask for RSVPs just to make sure, we can account for you guys. We have it on our website, aprilsoundcountryclub.com. We have a Facebook ad right now, so if you're on there, it's probably popping up.
Right. Yeah, that was my next question. Like, okay, do we need RSVP? Where exactly do you go? How do I get a hold of you guys for future stuff?
Yeah, and we just ask for RSVPs too because of the gate.
Right.
So we can make sure to tell you what
Right.
to tell them
How that
as you're
works.
driving through.
Right.
We'll be on the patio in the back, and of course I want to give you a map of the property as well as information on where to check in and everything that, is going to be involved. So you can call the clubhouse, just Google us, April Sound Country Club. And we'll be happy to get all the information to you.
Absolutely. Just give them a call. Get on the list. Get on the list at the gate. Come on in. Have a good time. Enjoy some Tito's. Enjoy some Bellinis. Enjoy the bounce house. Hey, maybe not after the drinking. Maybe we keep it to the kids. But it could be fun. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for having us.
Kristen, Carla, really do appreciate it. April Sound Country Club. October 10th, go out, check it out, get your membership, and come be a part of a really, really cool community. Great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We are headed off to commercial. This is Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio.
Second Saturday Divorce Workshop provides unbiased information to help you understand your options and move forward with your life. This divorce workshop is for you if you are contemplating divorce, in the process of divorce, already filed for divorce, or post-divorce. You will explore the emotional, legal, and financial aspects of divorce from professionals who have guided others through divorce. For more information on this divorce workshop, contact SecondSaturdayWoodlands.com or call 832-375-0900.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Welcome back to Chamber Chat. It's Ashley McHenry, Interim Director of Marketing for the Conroe, Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. We had a wonderful segment talking to the wonderful ladies from April Sound Country Club just a minute ago. They have their big event on, October 10th at 1 p.m. So you can go out, have a nice beverage, meet everybody in the membership area, and learn about all the amenities that April Sound has to offer, and maybe even join. It's up to you. I live out there, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I think so anyway. I've been out there for a while. But, if you want to get more information, you can always go to their website, aprilsoundcc.com, I believe. But, yeah, absolutely go check it out. And they're all over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, too. But last but not least, certainly, we have another guest here in the studio here on Chamber Chat. And I will let you introduce yourself because you'll probably do a better job than me.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Ashley. My name is Jean Roddick, and I'm the Executive Director for Angel Reach. And we have been in Conroe for, about 14 years. Mm-hmm. And Conroe has grown a lot, and so has Angel Reach.
To say the least. Yeah.
And I really appreciate you having us out here because a big part of my job is community awareness of a struggle that our kids have that really affects our community. And we're doing all that we can to make an impact and make a difference in these kids' lives so that they become, productive members of our society.
Absolutely. So. See, being with the Chamber and that type of stuff for the last several years, I understand what Angel Reach does. But if you are new to the concept of Angel Reach, explain exactly what you guys do for the community and the kids in it.
Absolutely, yes. And you're right. There's a lot of people who don't know who Angel Reach is or what we do or even know about the plight of the kids that we work with. So who we work with are kids who have aged out of the foster care system between the ages of 16 and 24. We also work with families who are doing their best, like next of kin or neighbors or friends, who have taken on a child or 3 to keep them out of the foster care system. Many of you may or may not know, but the foster care system is broken. They are working on it, but the effect on our kids is not a good one. And these kids come from broken families, so they're kind of coming from a really, really tough place. And when they age out, they don't have any place to go. They don't have support. They're lost or alone.
And they don't have the skills in order to try and figure out, I couldn't imagine kind of being in that position and just not knowing what resources were even available. If I'm 16, 18, 20 years old and I've never had a resume, I've never, had parents around to kind of give me any instruction. I have a driver's license, have, like any sort of, job training to move forward and kind of make a life for myself. I couldn't imagine. How many kids are kind of like within y'all's care at this point?
We work with right now about 30 to 40 kids every month. And those are kids, some live with us and some don't. So do you want me to go in and explain kind of all the services?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like kind of what's the process? Like if I'm a 17-year-old and I come to you guys or somebody recommends that I come to Angel Reach, how does that process work?
Right. Well, our kids come from all over. Excuse me. They come from churches. They come from CPS. They come from RTCs, which is a residential treatment center, where a lot of these kids get put. If they haven't been adopted by the age of 8, there's probably a really good chance that they're not going to get adopted. So they grow up in the system. It's a pretty cruddy way to grow up. So they all come to us from a lot of different locations. They can fill out an application, and then we have case managers. We call them youth coaches, who become kind of their kind of best buddy, if you will, within Angel Reach, and they help them figure out what direction they're interested in going. Do they want to go to school? Do they need a job?
Just kind of assess what they do know, what they don't have, and move from there, kind of make a plan to move forward with it. Yeah,
exactly. Most of them come to us. They've been able to get their driver's license. About 50% of our kids will not graduate, have not graduated from high school. So GED is usually a place to start. We do require, if you're going to come into the program, you have to start there, because if you don't have your diploma, because you're not going to be able to support yourself if you don't at least have your GED.
You have to have that foundational block at the very least to kind of have, just so you can move forward, for sure.
Right. It's so basic. It's so basic. So they come to us from a lot of different locations or a lot of different places. We provide for them the youth coach who is with them the whole time they're with us. Angel Reach is about a 4-year program, up to 4 years. Okay. They may be with us 6 months. They may be with us the whole 4 years. And if they are really rocking and rolling at 4 years and they've got, say, 6 months to, finish their degree, they can stay. That's not a problem.
We'll let y'all stick around.
We'll let y'all stick around and finish your goals. Absolutely, for sure. Cool. So we also have counseling. All of our kids have had
probably significant trauma.
Trauma, and they are doing their best to work through it. Many of them are, smoking pot. They're doing things they shouldn't be doing to mask the pain. They can still come into our program. Now, once they're in our program, they can't keep doing that stuff. But we do have programs in counseling and what we call an intensive outpatient program that is led by a counselor that will give them all kinds of tools that they can use other than, say, doing drugs. As we all know, that's not a productive way to lead your life.
Not ideal. It's not ideal.
No. So we've got counseling, and then we've got education advisor and employment advisor. We provide transportation from 6 in the morning to 11 at night. They've got to have a way to get to a job interview or get to their job or get to school.
So where do these kids stay?
They stay. We have currently we have 4 homes, and 2 are male, 2 are female, and we have a kind of a level system, if you will. As they progress, they move into a home. They move up. They move into a home that has less supervision. Nobody lives there. No curfews. They're leading their own lives. These kids are young adults, right? So, that's where they live. Level 3 is scattered site housing throughout the city of Conroe. And they're subsidized by Angel Reach. They do pay rent. They pay about $400 and half of their rent goes back to what we call SAL, which is Savings for Adult Living.
Right.
And so when they graduate from the program, they've got a good nest egg to help them pay for a down payment on an apartment, buy a car, all of that.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Who knew that that was kind of part of it as well? Like, I've interviewed people from Habitat. I've interviewed different people from all sorts of different nonprofits that it's interesting to see how each of them kind of puts money back into the process, like Habitat, kind of everybody knows that, like, the actual family that's getting the house has to work on the house and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's interesting to hear, even with Family Promise and different people that I've spoken to, it's great to know that, it's building confidence. It's building something that's material and tangible that they're going to be able to take with them, as far as getting a new car or whatever it is, or finding a place to live, that type of stuff. But it's to me, it's the building of confidence. That's probably. You can probably speak to this obviously a lot more than I can, but as far as, like, really progressing and making the progress that they need to and stuff like that, confidence would be a huge factor, and being able to go through that therapy, being able to, have counselors, have people that can talk them through some of the really, difficult times they've seen and experienced, and get them confident enough to be able to be like, you know what, no, I can live on my own. I can pay my bills. I can do this. Like, I wasn't ever given these resources before, but now I am. I imagine that confidence is a big chunk of the story.
It's huge. You're absolutely right, Ashley. It's they don't have a whole lot of that when they come into the program.
Right.
When they come in, all they are needing is stability, safety, and security.
Right.
So that's a big part of what we teach them, or try, we empower them to be able to come all that they can be and to live up to their full potential. But we've got to teach them also that there's a different way of doing life than the way they've grown up, that there is a difference, and they have that option. They have that potential. We know they have that potential, but as you said, their confidence isn't always there, and they've don't know
never
they have that potential.
They've never seen a life where they could be capable,
right?
Potentially. So it's, I'm incredibly grateful and humbled and everything by having great parents that have always made me feel like I could do what I could go be an astronaut if I wanted to. But there's so many kids and adults that still don't feel that way. Just don't have that purpose, don't have that drive, don't have that vision of what they could potentially be. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or if you're 28 or if you're 58. Sometimes, it's interesting,
so
but yeah,
it's a lifelong journey for sure. But can you imagine doing it without support, without having your family?
Right.
So that's what Angel Reach becomes, is their family, and we have an alumni program. So once they graduate, they come.
That was kind of my next question. Like, once they leave, I'm sure that they're attached and Angel Reach is attached, and you want to know and see and keep up with them and just, continue to kind of see them thrive. So explain the alumni program and how that kind of works and how it interacts with what the people that are currently in the program.
Sure. Well, we've had a really good year this year, in that we've had 4 different individuals graduate from the program, and they're all doing so well. Like, one graduated with a 4-year degree in criminal justice from Sam Houston. Another is working as a bus driver for CISD, but he's making good money. They pay pretty well. But he just got a Habitat home. He put in the 350 hours of sweat equity, and he just graduated,
awesome.
last week. So it's pretty cool. So he's moved into his new home, and we're so proud of him. And we've got another gal who's a phlebotomist. She has a little boy, and she is just rocking and rolling, having her own apartment,
Very cool.
And then we've got another gal who is working with the healthcare industry. But again, she, like you talk about savings, right? We know how important financial stability is, and how important having a savings account is.
Right.
She left the program with $7,000.
Good for her.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
it was just amazing for her. And so she could leave with that security, that financial security of knowing that she had that nest egg and she was okay.
Right. Yeah. Financial security is so important as far as the stress levels and everything. It affects so many things. It's a domino effect. of things, because if you don't have it and you can't pay your rent or you can't the electricity, it continues, and then you aren't as productive with work, and or you're having to miss stuff, or you're having to, wait for the electricity guy to come back and stuff like that, and you're missing work and that type of thing. Yeah, so that's huge. So from what I understand, end of last week, you guys had a pretty special event.
We did.
So,
we did. We are getting ready to do construction on duplexes, 24 duplexes off of 9th Street in Conroe. Come on by and take a look if you want. You can drive by, check it out. Yes, but we are having... we've had so much support in getting these built from Homemade, from Signorelli Builders, from Grace Point Builders, and the groundbreaking was on Friday at 10 o'clock, and had a great showing, although the kind of rained, but that's okay.
It's been the whole week. All of last week was all ugh, but anyway.
Right. But we're so grateful, and we're so super excited because our level 2 or level 3 kids, we call them kids. They aren't, they're young adults, but they're like, I still call my kids who are 25
right, exactly.
kids, right?
Like, I'm always going to be your mom. Deal with it.
Yeah, right, exactly. So they have to deal with us too.
Nice.
But it's pretty exciting because it's going to be a huge part of our housing program, and I think it's going to make a difference in these kids' lives, having something new. We want them to feel valued. They deserve to have a nice new place to live.
Absolutely.
And they will take, we hope anyway, ownership of where they live, and take good care
Just
of
continue
it.
the process.
Just
and foster
continue the
that.
process,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys have an event coming up in March of 2022.
Correct.
Again, can't even believe that 2021 is almost over. I haven't processed 2020 yet, but here we are. But you guys have an event that's coming up, a road rally coming up in March of next year. Can you explain some of that?
Correct. Yes. The road rally, it's a road rally and scavenger hunt. It's in your car, if you will. The purpose of the event is community awareness. It will all be you'll go from place to place at our different locations, as well as a couple other locations here in Conroe. So you'll get to know Conroe as well as know a lot more about Angel Reach. So like I said, the purpose is community awareness of who Angel Reach is and who we serve. And then the others, of course, is a fundraiser. Angel Reach is a nonprofit Christian organization, and we are supported by churches and individuals. We do not get any federal or state funding.
No.
So,
Boo.
so that's why we're holding the event. It should be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
We're really excited about it, and hope you can make it.
Absolutely. So if somebody wants to get involved, if they want to volunteer, if they want to be a part of this road rally, if they want to just learn more about you guys, how can people get in touch with Angel Reach?
Yes, you can go to our website, angelreach.org. It actually is probably not on our website yet, but it will be soon. We'll have a flash. It'll be flashing across our website, and then there'll be a place to go ahead and register.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Cool. So do you guys need volunteers? Do you need, what all do you guys need? If somebody comes to the website and they want to help out or want to give you guys a call and be like, well, I have, some free time. I want to help.
Sure.
In what ways can people volunteer and just go to the website, I guess, and just get a hold of you guys?
Right. Again, we will need volunteers. So in fact, we couldn't do what we do without volunteers. Volunteers make a huge impact on us and on our kids. So yes, to volunteer if you're interested, go to our website. There is a tab. It's angelreach.org. The tab will say how I can help, and you'll see a volunteer tab from there. Section, and you can just fill out the application. Just say specifically on there, I want to help with the road rally. We would love that. Another area that we are interested in getting help in is with other events. So if that's your specialty, we can use your help.
Exactly.
As well as a lot of other areas. So
Right.
If you
Absolutely.
want to help these kids, we need you.
On a day-to-day basis, there's ways to be able to help out for sure. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jean. Head over to the website, angelreach.org. If you have any questions about anybody to get a hold of, or any volunteer opportunities, or anything that's coming up, including the road rally and scavenger hunt, that'll be a lot of fun.
That's right. Can I say one last thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. We also have Angel's Loft Resale. So if you are interested in shopping, if you're a resale shopper, come see us. It's over off of by Johnny B. Dalton's off of Fraser.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
All
I have
right.
not yet been in there. I've driven by there a jillion times, and I'm like, I really need to go. I really need to go.
You
And I
do.
haven't yet, but I will.
you do. We sell clothes and
Promise.
furniture and all kinds of goodies.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. We'll make it over there to Angel's Loft as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Really do appreciate it. We're going to head off to another commercial right now. You're listening to Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to Chamber Chat. It's Ashley McHenry, Interim Director of Marketing for the Conroe, Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. We're incredibly grateful for you joining us today. We really do appreciate it. We had some great conversations with some incredible women in our community. Marilyn Kazmierski from Family Promise, a whole bunch of great stuff going on, especially their 20th Anniversary Gala coming up on the October 23rd. Yeah, that's right. The ladies from April Sound Country Club, looking for a whole bunch of new members out there. They're having an open house, so you can learn all about it on October 10th. And of course, Jean from Angel Reach, talking about their new Angel Reach Village, some duplexes they're having built out on 9th Street, right here in Conroe, for all the kids that are aging out of the foster system, and they are fostering their confidence and getting them into homes and getting them job skills and getting them everything they need to be, great, productive members of our already pretty cool society here in Montgomery County. So we had a lot of good talks. It was really nice to kind of learn about more stuff that's going on right here in our lovely county. It's always nice to kind of hear what's going on. Speaking of goings-ons, we have Lobsterfest coming up this week, the 35th annual. That's probably why I sound a little bit tired and beat up, because there's been so much to do to get the 35th annual Lobsterfest rolling and rocking and rolling. So much signage to make, so much food to order, everything. But we are sold out as far as dinner tickets are concerned. There may be a couple more foursomes available for golf. So if you do want to, you can do that. Thursday night is the dinner out at Lone Star Convention Center. Thank you guys always out there, Terry and the whole team, for hosting. Again, always just the best to work with. And then Friday, we're having our golf tournament starting around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Tee times are potentially still available, as I mentioned, out at Panorama Golf Club. So that's the 7th and 8th of this week. Pretty exciting stuff coming up. Obviously, last year with COVID, the pandemic, all that stuff, it looked very, very different as far as having a drive-through and that type of thing. But this year, we're back and better than ever for golf, grub, and good time. So make sure that you are out there or watching our social media to kind of see what's happening and live vicariously through us, because it's going to be a lot of fun. As far as other things coming up at the Chamber, we have Morning Mingle at Conroe's Incredible Pizza Company on October 14th. That starts at 7:30 in the morning as well. Bring all your business cards. Bring a door prize so you can be memorable to everyone that you come in contact with there, and get some relationship building in. Meet your neighbors in business. It'll be a lot of fun. And their bacon's delicious, which I mentioned earlier in the show. Fun After 5 is going to actually be at the Chamber on October 23rd this month. We will have had all the votes in and counted and calculated for our new board. So it's a time for members to come on out have some snacks and drinks provided from catering by All Star. Our friend Cody Spence, our incoming board chair. So we're excited to have that out there, but you can meet the board members if you want to kind of see who's in control of your chamber, make it your chamber. Is definitely key, but you can come out there. It's at 501 because it's fun after 5, right at the chamber, which is 505 West Davis Street, right here in downtown Conroe. And of course, if you have any other questions about what we have going on, you can always check our calendar. It's at conroe.org. We have a whole bunch of ribbon cuttings coming up. A lot of them were postponed because of the pandemic, etc. So we have a lot of those coming up. So you can come and welcome all the new members that we have. So very exciting stuff. And if you like what you've heard today and you want to be a part of the chamber chat or a part of the chamber in general, you can go to our website at conroe.org. There's plenty of information there about all the different membership levels. And you can get involved at any kind of level that you want. You know, if you just want some visibility, we got you there. If you want to get really involved and volunteer and really be, visible in the community and out at all these different events that I just mentioned, then you can do that too. Whatever you like. We have everything from $325 all the way up to $5,000 you can join for a year. So, and all of the benefits are all listed out on our website. So, if you want to know more about these events, if you want to join, anything like that, you can always go to our website, or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube. We are everywhere that you are and everywhere that you want to be. So thank you guys again so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, give us a holler, visit the website. And otherwise, we will see you in November on Chamber Chat on Lone Star Community Radio. Have a great month.